Why, hello. It's Tracy. Yes. It's Self-Care Sunday. I just finished doing a face mask, so it took a little bit of time for myself. And I was reminded that there was a few of you that wanted me to answer the questions that I've been sending out to you to answer. So here it is. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it raw. I'm going to keep it... I don't like being asked questions. That's why I'm the one that asks the questions. But because I love you guys so much, and my sisters out there are so amazing that they put their fear down and they just did it, that I'm going to do the same. So I wrote down some questions that I was asking you guys, and I'm going to answer. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. So my name is Tracy. What do I do? Well, I am a on-air TV and radio personality. You've seen me on many channels, many platforms when it comes to TV, and you've heard me on your radio. You see me online, not only through podcasting or social media. You've seen me on a couple outlets. And then, you know what? A lot of people don't know what my day is like. So my day starts at 5 a.m. I am at work and I do a radio show. Then I head into an office and I'm there all day. I work with great, fantastic people. And then I come home and I have 2 teenagers and I do the mom thing and take care of my family. And then people, you don't realize, like, at night when I should be sleeping, I am working on my brand, on my business, plus I'm working on my side business, which is marketing and social media. I help people and brands and businesses find their messaging, really fine tune their messaging when it comes to social media, maybe some campaign ads, media buying. So I do a lot of that as well. So my day is like 20 hours, Monday to Friday, even sometimes on weekends. So that is me, but I am also a recovering people pleaser. Yes, I had the disease to please. Man, that's a hard one to admit, but yes, I was a huge people pleaser. And with coming to terms with the fact that I've always had to, I never really stated my opinion, or if I wouldn't do something because I knew it would affect how somebody felt and I didn't want them to be mad at me, or I didn't want them to put me down, because we all know that there's online bullying. We all know that bullying happens at all ages. But I always had this disease to please. And now, through admitting this, I am on the road to recovery, and I'm discovering what I really want. And it is pretty friggin' cool to just not have to worry about putting makeup on all the time. Like, this is me. When you have a daughter and you want to show her that being yourself is the best ever, you have to chew what you serve, right? So that is me. I'm a recovering people pleaser. Don't get me wrong. I have good days and I have bad days. And sometimes it's just easier to just say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, whatever. But I'm learning. My why. What is my why? Well, our why changes at different stages of our life. And for the last 16 years, my why has been my kids. I want to show them that you can pretty much do anything. But I'm a realist, right? Like, I mean, you can't just wake up and just be and do anything. You have to work hard for it. So that's my why. My why is my kids. I have no regrets restructuring my life around my kids. I have had nothing but the most amazing time the last 16 years. But all of a sudden I'm 41, newly 41. And I find that my why has changed. My why is now me. I'm selfish. Some people can say I'm selfish. My why is always going to be my kids, but my new why now includes myself. And it's about self-discovery, self-learning. It's about improving myself, loving myself, accepting myself. And I'm going to put myself first. Yep, gonna do it. Because there's so much left in me to do. And trust me, there's more coming. Just wait. This year, it's like the year of tea. I'm not going to lie. There's so many fun and exciting things that are happening. So that's my why. What has been a barrier in my career?
self-doubt. I accepted for a long time that I didn't deserve to be happy. I didn't deserve to have things and be loved. I accept.
Okay, I'm back. That one got me. That one got me. See, I practiced, but see, we still have our triggers. So, barrier in my career, self-doubt. God, that one just gets me all the time. So I didn't believe that I deserved a lot of stuff. I know that a lot of it too was my education. Even though I have education, I didn't do what I wanted to. Even though I got accepted to it, I took the easy way because I was like, you know what? It's just easier. It's just easier. So yeah, biggest barrier in my career, self-doubt, and believing that I didn't deserve things and didn't think I was good enough. So again, as this goes back to my why right now is about me and self-discovery. So a lot of barriers I think many women can also relate to is this women on women hate. You know, yes, I was bullied as a kid in high school. I was bullied in grade school. I'm bullied now by people in my 40s. But that's okay because I accept it and I don't let it consume me. So, again, going back to my why, it's about me. So, man, these questions are hard. Who came up with them? The moment I knew that what my journey was and when I decided to just do it, just to go for it, well, I will tell you this one. It was one day I was on the couch. I was going through a divorce and I had 2 little kids. And I just didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't care about myself. I was lying there and my son comes up to me and he's like, "Mommy, you should go have a shower. You stink." And it was just like that where I was like, "You're right, buddy. You're right. It's time for me to get up. It's time for me to get up." And it was from that moment that little boy, he was probably 5 or 6. That was the moment that I got up and I got showered and I promised myself, that was it. Trace, you know what you want to do. You know what you're good at. So figure out your shit. So I did. It's taken a long time, but I figured my stuff out. So that was the moment that I knew that I deserved more than, and you know what? You go through different things, and then you realize after the fact that it was a good moment. It's not a bad thing that happened. What do I do on hard days when it's me versus me? Whew. Wow. Those are tough days. And you know, I sometimes do let the best of me get to me. But I also take a moment to remind myself that it's okay to have good days. It's okay to have those bad days, but it's not okay to be mean to yourself. It's not okay to convince yourself that you're not a good person and you are not worthy. Tracy, get your ass up. I motivate other women, and I'll tell you, I love it when you guys tell me and you send me those messages and you say, "You know what, I needed to hear that. I needed to read that quote. My gosh, like, how did you know?" We're all going through the same thing. We all go through different journeys and we all go through the same thing. But at the end of the day, it's us versus us. So on my hard days, do I have a glass of wine? Absolutely. Do I want to give up? 100%. Do I want to just settle for just... Yeah, but guess what? It lasts for a second and then I have to talk to myself. And talking to myself nicely and treating myself the way that I would treat somebody else, that's been a huge impact. You can't be a people pleaser your whole life. At some point, you got to say, "You know what? I'm going to start pleasing myself." So yeah, that, and the last one, what would you say to your younger self? You know what? I would look at myself. I'd look at that little girl who, oh man, before the stuff that tainted her, before her outlook on life changed. And I would look at her and I'd say, you're going to have a few bad haircuts, Tracy. You're going to have a couple broken hearts. You're going to be derailed on your trip a few times. You can take the long way around, but that's just because you're stubborn and you don't listen. And that's okay. People aren't going to like you. That's okay. Don't give up on yourself. Tracy, you're taking the long way around, but guess what? It's okay. Just pack a lunch. You're going to enjoy it. Because at the end of everything, you win, baby girl. At the end of everything, you win. So, man, these questions were tough. I hope I was able to inspire and motivate, and I hope I was able to maybe trigger something in you that maybe you want to answer these questions. The hardest thing is answering questions about yourself. The second hardest thing is talking about yourself and keeping it real and letting your guard down. Because someone once told me when I said, I have walls. And they said they didn't mind chipping away at some rock. So diamonds at first, they're nothing really spectacular, but you chip away and they're sparkly and they're beautiful. So baby girl, keep shining and blind those bitches.